Hi there, good afternoon again. This is Janet with Janet and Patches, and he's outside right now. But anyway, he sends his love to you guys. And it's a rather warm day here, so we're going to continue with our journey from the ick house to the dream house, and we're going to go from the negative. I don't like this. I don't like my life. I don't want it. I have dreams. I'm worth so much more to over here to your dream house, your dream life, and what you want to do. So, in between these two, apparently, there is a bridge. And this bridge is, I love stories. I love parables. I love songs because it gets in your mind and your imagination, and it helps to retain it. It's not just words. It's not just mental assent, but it's something you can grasp in your imagination, in your consciousness. And so that's why I'm got these like images going here for you, because it makes life a whole lot easier. It makes understanding the mystical, the essence of your beingness, the spiritual, and it makes it understandable, and you're retaining it more. So here's the ick house that Jack built that you don't, that's falling apart, that you don't want anymore. Here's your dream house, like I said, and here's this bridge. So we're crossing over this bridge, and in this crossing of the bridge, obviously there is a bridge because there's something that goes under that bridge, and usually it's water that's flowing. And we're going to be using that bridge and that water as an example to get rid of how to get rid of that ick. All right, those negative feelings, those negative emotions, that unforgiveness, that bitterness, that anger, that trauma, that fear, etc. All that negative stuff, that's the house that you built out of ignorance. It's just pure ignorance because you've been taught to believe the lies. So now all of that stuff is down in the subconscious. And that subconscious is the program that you run on every day. So then that connects up with the thoughts, okay? And that's the gerbil wheel, and that's why you just don't seem to be getting anywhere very fast, and you're tired of this. So here we go. We're going to get rid of it, and we've touched on it before. So here we go. We're crossing over the bridge. So here you are, and we're just going to pretend that you're like this onion. And this onion, we've touched on this, has got a hard outer layer. And we're going to call that like your ego, that is preventing, things that come in to get rid of the other layers that are surrounding the heart. That's going to be your heart. So once we recognize that 9 times out of the 10 that we get defensive and angry really easily, it's because it's an ego that has to be in control. And when ego is not in control, it's like you feel really, really uncomfortable because you have to be in control. This is how you pretty much have led your life, that or else out of fear and torment. The heart, the essence of you was not in control because you never knew who you really were. So you let all of these other lies that you believed was truth to dominate your life. And that's not exactly what I would call freedom. So we're going to learn how to live in freedom. Freedom is recognizing that this ego has been the thing that has controlled, has dominated our life, that we need to be out of insecurity, out of fear, that this ego felt like it had to be in control. And there was no such thing as faith. It was like the ego was in control, and you just were led by the nose down the path of this old house. So once we realize there's an ego, and underneath the ego, which we're peeling off now because we just revealed a truth here, okay? And so now we've peeled that outer layer off. We go, aha, this is part of the problem right here, is this thing that wants to control me. But that's not you. You are not that ego. You are not all of these subconscious layers over this heart of who you really are. I know, I just got in. It was a bit warm out there. That's hard. So anyway, wait, here we go. We got the ego. Okay, that is good to realize that part. Now we're going to start dealing with all these multiple layers of this onion to reveal who you really are. This beautiful, perfect, unconditionally loved essence, spirit, source, universe. That's why it's here. So we're going to learn to live from in here, from love, peace, joy, health, wealth, and everything that is good and all your desires. We're going to learn to live from here. This is part of crossing that bridge. We're like halfway there already, okay? Because it's waking up and it is realizing what is holding us back, what is keeping us from this icky house to your dream house. So if you realize that, okay, then we're halfway there already. Isn't that great? And yeah, you've got to do your homework, or you're going to be stuck on the bridge, all right? And you're going to be having like 1 foot here and 1 foot there, and you're not going to be either hot or cold, so you're not going to get anywhere. So this is what we're going to do. Hopefully you've been doing your homework. You've written your ick list and your dream list, the things you don't like and don't want in your life, and the things that you want and you dream about. And now we're taking those two lists, or putting your dream lists over here, and if you're concentrating on what is this ick list, we call it that, never mind, I want to say that word, S word, list, and we call it really the house that Jack built, because you built it out of ignorance. So we're out of that. So if you've done your homework and you realize this is what you don't want and you don't like, okay, that's important. You've got to know what you want. And over here is your dream house. This is the list of things that you want. These are your desires. These are your dreams. This is what you want. Back here, you were kind of a bubble. You were existing. You were miserable for the most part. You'd have your ups and downs, but this is not the life that you wanted. Yuck, all right? So now you got that list. That list shows you who you're not and who you're not wanting to be. The dream list, that's who you are. That's who you are created for and to be. So now we're getting them. So if you've done your homework, then this makes a whole lot of sense. I know I'm kind of repeating some of this stuff, but you gotta do your homework, because you've gotta start. It's all has to do with the inner work. You can do prayers, you can do mantras, you can read books and listen to videos till you're blue in the face, but it's not going to do you any good until you do the inner work. The inner work is what we're going to deal with now, this next time. So for now, I'm going to tell you that I absolutely love you and adore you. I have all the faith and the confidence in you. And let me tell you what, if I can do it, this cute little blonde sweetheart who's artsy fartsy by nature, You can do it. And it's just self-discipline, and you've got it. If you haven't been using it, you know what? You can do this. You can do this. So I will see you tomorrow, and we're going to start peeling away some more of those layers from this delusional onion. And so until then, have a very happy and safe Labor Day. Mwah! I love you. Till tomorrow. Bye-bye.